Welcome back to the channel. Today, we're revisiting the golden age of westerns with Sergio Leone. Iconic for a few dollars more, join us as we journey into the dusty plains of the Wild West and relive this cinematic masterpiece. The story begins with Colonel Douglas Mortimer, a seasoned bounty hunter known as the Man in Black. Played by Lee Van Cleef, we first see him stop a train illegally in the small town of Tucumcari, where he coolly takes down a wanted criminal from a distance, collecting a bounty of $1,000. Afterward, he inquires about another fugitive, Red Baby Kavanaugh, a notorious outlaw last seen in white. Rocks with a $2,000 bounty on his head, but Kavanaugh has already caught the attention of another bounty hunter, the man with no name, here known as Manco, played by Clint Eastwood. Manco is a lone, enigmatic bounty hunter with a lightning-fast draw, feared and respected across the Wild West as he relentlessly hunts his targets. He tracks down Kavanaugh at a saloon in White Rocks, catching him in the middle of a poker game. With cold precision, Manco kills Kavanaugh and his men, collects the bounty, and rides out of town without a word. Both Manco and Mortimer soon hear rumors of an even bigger prize, a man named El Indio, one of the most feared outlaws in the Western Territories. El Indio recently escaped from prison. He commands a dangerous gang and is planning a grand heist, the robbery of the heavily fortified Bank of El Paso, rumored to hold nearly $1 million. Indio is a complex villain, haunted by memories of a traumatic incident involving a young woman who took her own life to escape his assault. The only memento he keeps is a musical pocket watch that plays a haunting tune. When the chimes begin, he tells his opponents, savoring each moment of the deadly countdown, both drawn by the substantial bounty on Indio's head. Track him to El Paso. When the two bounty hunters cross paths, they size each other up as rivals. Both are skilled, both are determined, and neither wants to back down. After an initial clash, they come to an uneasy truce. Mortimer suggests they work together to take down Indio and his gang, splitting the reward. Manco is reluctant but agrees when Mortimer proposes that he join Indio's gang undercover to gain their trust and learn their plans. Manco stages a daring prison break, rescuing one of Indio's men and impressing the outlaw enough to secure a place in the gang. Once inside, he carefully watches and waits for the right moment to act. Mortimer stays in the shadows, keeping a close eye on Manco's progress. Ready to assist if things go wrong, the robbery goes off as planned, with the gang breaking into the heavily fortified vault and stealing the fortune inside. Afterward, Indio leads his gang to Agua Caliente, hoping to hide out until the heat dies down. Mortimer eventually joins Manco in Agua Caliente, where they plot their next move. As tensions rise within the gang, one of Indio's men, a hunchbacked outlaw named Wild, recognizes Mortimer from a past encounter and challenges him to a duel. Mortimer kills Wild without hesitation, further earning the gang's respect. He then proves his worth by cracking open a safe without using explosives, showing his unique skills. But Indio decides to wait a month before splitting the loot, thinking the authorities will stop searching by then. He locks the money in a secure chest in a guarded room. Unknown to Indio, Manco and Mortimer slip into the treasure room at night and secretly remove the money. They plan to escape with the fortune, but as they climb out, the gang realizes they're bounty hunters. They ambush the duo, beating them severely. Indio, finding the chest still locked, assumes they didn't take the money and decides to keep them alive, thinking they might be useful. That night, Indio orders his right-hand man, Nino, to kill the guards watching over Manco and Mortimer, allowing them to escape. Indio's true plan is to use the bounty hunters as bait, sending his gang after them to wipe them out. This way, he and Nino can keep the money for themselves. But one of Indio's more perceptive henchmen, Groggy, realizes Indio's betrayal and kills Nino in a fit of rage. Before he can turn on Indio, however, he discovers that Mortimer has already taken the money from the chest. Indio seizes the moment, convincing Groggy to join forces with him to trap the bounty hunters. The next morning, Manco and Mortimer prepare for a final showdown with Indio and his remaining men. As the gang spreads out in the dusty streets, Manco and Mortimer pick them off one by one in a tense gunfight. With his gang decimated, Groggy tries to flee, but Mortimer guns him down, leaving only Indio. Mortimer and Indio finally come face to face for a climactic duel. Indio, true to his twisted sense of honor, pulls out his pocket watch, letting its haunting tune play one last time as a countdown to the standoff. But just as the chimes are about to end, Manco appears with an identical pocket watch playing the same tune. Mortimer realizes that Manco must have taken it from him earlier. With a nod, Manco evens the odds by tossing Mortimer his gun belt and revolver. Giving him a fair chance, the music reaches its end, and Mortimer draws first, shooting Indio dead, finally avenging the tragic fate of his sister, whose portrait appears on the pocket watch. His quest for justice complete, Mortimer chooses to leave the bounty money to Manco, taking only the pocket watch as a token of his revenge. As Manco gathers the bodies to collect the bounty, he realizes he's one short and turns just in time to shoot the surviving groggy who lay in ambush. With his wagon full of bounties, Manco retrieves the hidden bag of bank money from a nearby tree and rides off into the desert, leaving Mortimer behind. And that's for a few dollars more. An intense tale of revenge, betrayal, and uneasy alliances, with a haunting melody that plays through every standoff. Don't forget to subscribe for more epic movie breakdowns. And let us know in the comments what classic film you'd like us to cover next.